And now with more on Israel's role in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, spokesperson for the Israeli embassy in Ukraine, Alexandra Ben Ari. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, first of all, how are you? And what's the latest from the embassy in terms of rescue efforts, etc.?
Good day. We are now on the border with Ukraine and Poland. We're trying to help people to cross the border here. And we have representatives of other embassies, of the Israeli embassies in other countries in Slovakia, Romania, Moldova, and Hungary.
So, how many Israelis are still in Ukraine? How many have left already?
4,000 people left in the beginning when we called everybody to get on the planes and to leave. And we stayed with approximately 8,000 Jews. We think that 6,000 Israelis are still in Ukraine. They're passing the borders every day. What you see on the border is huge lines. It can take almost 30 hours and maybe more to pass the borders. And this is only Israelis. And we speak about 200,000 Jews that are now in Ukraine.
So what do you say to those who are stuck in Kiev and other dangerous areas that are reaching out maybe to the embassy for help? Is the Israeli embassy giving them any specific instructions, and what are they? Are they to head west or to stay put?
The instructions changes with the situation. We have borders that are open, and we're updating the open passages, also passages where we have our representative. People who need any help with their papers, if they have their passport are lost or something like this, can come through those borders and have it signed by the representative. What we're saying is try to head to the borders. Please take with you water and food and warm clothes. Please be ready for very long waits. Please think if your family is able to live now with a car or any kind of transportation, or you have no chance to do this way and stay in hiding. You have to listen to everything that the government says. Please travel only when you can travel. If the government says that you have to stay in your homes, please listen to the government.
All right, so now Israelis who are able to approach the border were asked to mark themselves or their vehicles with a big IL when approaching the border, in order to be identified by Israeli forces. Is this message getting out to the people who need to hear it? And if it is, how much faster can Israeli authorities actually get to these people, when there are crazy lines and checkpoints like you mentioned?
It's important that we cannot move people faster in the line. And just imagine that people waited 28 hours in the line and then some family just get booster faster. You can imagine what the people will do to them. People are marking their cars that if they do have any problem, we can try to travel to them, give them water, give them medicine, but we cannot make their cars to move faster. And this is what we did today. We had different kind of cases in the Polish border. When we traveled to the people, we helped them, we gave them water, we gave them medicine if they needed that. And we waited for them in the end of the line, and then we talked to them and take care of their papers if we needed to.
So, what about the people who maybe you can't help? For example, dual Israeli Ukrainian citizens. Is there any sort of issue or conflict with these types of people?
The Ukrainian border choose who they let go. If the Ukrainian people decide that this person is a Ukrainian and he cannot leave the state, we can do nothing about it. We call to all of our Israeli citizens to abide by the law, to show the necessary papers. If they have any question, they can come to us, they can call us. They should follow us on all the messages on our Facebook page of the embassy and of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We asked everybody to leave their phone number, and they receiving daily WhatsApp messages with the updates about the borders and about our suggestions. There are also a huge amount of volunteers who are trying to organize buses and cars from the area. We're also advertising this information, and sometimes there are trains. The trains are organized by the country, and trains especially for women and children from Lviv to Przemyśl, it's Poland, and from Kiev to other borders of Ukraine.
All right, Alexandra, stay safe, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
ILTV Plus, your news from Israel and more 24/7. Start your free trial today. Subscribe at ILTV.tv and watch from any device.